Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah, they
like,
didn't have that great of a showing against Triumph.
Yeah, I mean, the hot and cold, hot and cold. It looks like we're going to be jumping into the action, though, as the game between ChocoCheck and Mythic is heating up, man. Into the pistol round we go here on Mythic's map pick. ChocoCheck with the choice of sides, chose to start on the CT side. Got the kit and the double flash on Carson. And there's an aggressive setup towards mid here, so that gives them some quick rotations, but it also means that they're pretty weak in their defense towards long.
Yeah, Turismo, though, he's got this nice angle to take a pop shot, maybe even try to find a kill, then back away, ahead for the taking, but no, the miss. Allows J-Bubs to get him the first kill. I mean, Mythic, that flash didn't blind him, but apparently they didn't need it. Sluggy adds one to the tally at the 3v5. Jazz Pimp, nothing but targets, but can't convert, so still, Mythic can maintain this two-man advantage. Another one goes into smoke. Jazz Pimp still can't find anything. Finally puts one back for the CT side, but past that, it's all Mythic, baby. Exotic. Catches one on the cross, but it's too far too late. Now coming up from the rotation on Catwalk. Maybe he tries to make a miraculous play happen, but Sluggy, man, his head and his attention is drawn towards this push to come in, so it's just a timer remaining on Exotic's life as he peeks in. Lex tag down to 31 HP on the cross to Goose. Reloads the USP, but yeah, this one should just be done.
Yeah, should be no world in which Exotic's able to make this one work, although he does know where both of the remaining players are. Oh god, he's actually brought Lex down low right now, but Sluggy, well, he'll restore some calm to the situation. He connects on the headshots and he gets the kill for his team. So, it's Mythic who are on the board first here. And Thran, nice pistol round coming out of them. Just taking long control, finding the kills. I mean, there were moments there for ChocoCheck, man. Jazzpump, he had 2 sick flashbangs that came through towards long, but he just couldn't connect on any of the shots to capitalize.
Yeah, the storyline for ChocoCheck that went wrong in that round was just them not being able to convert the shots. It all starts with Turismo getting the angle at long, but not able to convert under the head. Same with Jazz Pimp. He misses a couple of opportunities, and then ChocoCheck, even though they had to do a nice job in the end to try and recover it, it's too far gone for it to go back into their favor. Now we look at Mythic up 1-0, heading into the force by ChocoCheck, look to try and contend.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a precarious one with the numbers towards mid coming through up to the T side. Oh, it's just kills across the board. There's another player here for ChocoCheck as well, but CJ the King receives the same treatment in Jazz Pimp. Well, only player left remaining, but not even a single damage or point of damage has been done here to the Mythic side. So obviously, as I said, you know, this Mythic team, they've been through a bunch of changes recently, Antwan. You know, the team is obviously, you know, Davey used to be one of the biggest players in the team, kind of thing. Flom, the longest standing member in the Mythic team, obviously. So I guess obviously he's the stalwart. He's the player that the team is really, you know, glued around essentially. Lex, well, one of the legends in the American scene, I suppose. He's been doing a lot of analyst work lately as well, so he brings a heap of experience to the team. And then you got Jojo, Sluggy, and J-Dubs, who are, I take it, like the much younger and experienced, but, you know, the mechanically gifted lads in the team.
Look, man, the only reason I know Jojo is because it's not fair that he's verified on Twitter. That's pretty much the only reason I know him.
Oh, yeah? All right, well, I mean, listen, if he performs
he's
here...
cool dude. I love him.
I mean, we'll see how it goes. If he has a good game here, then I guess it's deserved. I mean, obviously, you know, your match against ChocoCheck really defines your career, so let's see how it goes.
Of course, man. 2 Deagles to contend alongside 3 USPs. Carson, the only person with util. It's a couple of flashbangs as they look to take some map control. Exotic, I believe he's cleared out into the long house, though ChocoCheck still seems static on the A side of defense. All 5 of them grouped up, praying that Mythic give them something, anything to work with. Just Vultures looking for one of these AKs to be retrieved. And Jojo may be the person to do it. He looks to Solo Man walk up Cat, the bomb on the back of Flom, who has the scout to work with, but Mythic still seems undecided as where to want to go towards. Jojo, as I said, is going to make his way up Catwalk, looking to find some info for Mythic to try and work off of. The Deagle of Turismo spotted in the A ramp, and now as they take a little bit of an engagement. Nobody falls just yet. Jojo will be able to put one on the tally of Mythic trying to get away on Catwalk, but they shouldn't allow him his life here on 26 HP. Jojo somehow stays alive. There goes Jazz Pimp, raining out his 50 cal to pick up an AK for the CT side, but past that, Mythic, I mean, free round locked on the board. This was just a game of getting exits, getting kills, and getting weapons for your next spy round for ChocoCheck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they haven't inflicted that much damage to Mythic's economy throughout the past couple rounds. It's been pretty easy sailing for the T side. Obviously, it's still early days, but you can see that Mythic are going to have a healthy amount of money in the bank heading into that first full gun round.
Yeah.
It is Mythic's map pick here as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how ChocoCheck go here on Dust2. Mirage is the second map in the series, and Overpass will be the decider if we do go the distance. So got a couple puggy maps here with Dust2 and Mirage to kick off proceedings. Get a bit more technical in the decider if we do end up there.
It's not too bad. I mean, like to see these puggy maps brought out early on into it, but yeah, I mean, Mythic currently showing why they should demand some respect from ChocoCheck in the early stints of this game. Picking up the opening 3, here's the real test. Can ChocoCheck contest on the rifle? Well, let's find out.
Good question. It would be a great way for them to begin their campaign here. They've got the AWP in play, 4 exotic rifles across the board, a healthy amount of util as well. Flom, well, he's still got the scouts in place, so there is going to be an opportunity for the AWP on the CT side to maybe win out that gunfight. Right now, the AWP is making his way towards long. There's going to be numbers here towards long for both of the teams right now. It's actually Sluggy who finds the first pick of the round, and Lex finds another kill as well. So that's, oh my god, all the kills coming through from Mythic. Perfect aggression as they find full control of long. Off the back of that, Jojo activates from middle. They just haven't missed a beat in this round.
And now Jazzpimp, the lone B-site defender, maybe just to try and make something work. We saw him in this position a couple of rounds prior with the scout in his hand. He was able to convert one before he was traded out. But yeah, no, Mythic, they don't look to drop anything on this rifle. Going up against the full investment of ChocoCheck, which has come up completely dry. In fact, 3 of them have dry bank accounts. CJ the King, Carson, and Exotic. They've all got $0 to their name. Flom, even if it's not bad enough for ChocoCheck, we'll add to it as Jazzpimp's now been spotted in the CT cross. And they're just all going to go hunting. They smell him. There's blood in the water, and they want to take him down. Jojo, once again, going to be the first man in, it seems, as he walks up tunnels, assisted by J-Dubs. There goes one for JP. Can he find a second? No. The trade instantaneous, and Mythic grab 4.
All right. Well, I mean, again, this is the gun round, but Mythic, again, keeping numbers alive, man. I mean, that one just looked way too easy for them. They just win out the long fight. They find all 3 kills, and the round is pretty much over before it even begun, so... They're certainly in a nice position in the early stages of this first map, and their map pick as well. It's going to be actually a full investment here from Exotic. He's got the hero AWP to play with, like, up against or alongside the pistols, should I say. And there's going to be that fight in towards long right now, and it's Carson who finds that opening pick.
And that's going to sway Mythic away from taking long once more. So far in this game, they haven't had too much of a problem contesting this part of the map, pretty much getting it for free every time they go here. But now, the 1D coming in from Carson sends them back towards Turismo's line of sight as he sits towards the back of the site on B. He's going to have a whole lot of target coming in shortly in the B tunnels. Lots of util to go around for Mythic, as they just take the map control and wait to see what ChocoCheck are willing to give up. Jazzpimp's got the CT cross to B, but a smoke will dissuade any information from him. Now they start to peek into the B tunnels. Turismo spots out Sluggy, and they're all going to come swinging in the Molotov to go to the back of the site. So he's just going to have to try to fight tooth and nail. Grab yourself a kill, why don't you know? Sluggy shuts it down now. CJ the King and Jazzpimp come flooding into the B bomb site to try and defend, but Mythic, after losing the first kill, they don't look to be tested here on the anti-eco.
Yeah, good decision making coming through from them. They got all the information that there were numbers towards long, so the instant reaction is to actually just head over towards this B bomb site. And they've gotten full control of plants as well. Now it's just a question of how many players they can keep alive. They have been circumvented, yes. So they're going to have to actually find some kills to get off the bomb site itself. I'm surprised Exotic's actually opting to hang around here with the AWP. Perhaps he's trying to inflict a bit of extra damage, but he doesn't have any money. So yeah, he needs to take this gun into the next round, and that's exactly what he's going to look to do. Alright. He can have a bit of an impact from range, perhaps. I think he finds himself in a better position. They're actually going to be funneling the T players now in towards CJ the King with this P250. Oh, he gets the double lineup there. A couple headshots. That's certainly going to be going a long way in terms of affecting Mythic's economy.
Jazzpimp, he wanted to find Mythic, or he wanted to find Flom in the end. He didn't want to let him save over that AWP, and I'm actually quite surprised. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe he bought... Okay, he did buy an AK, because we came into the round, I didn't see the op in Flom's hands, but no, it's nothing too bad for Mythic. Sure, it's a bit costly for them, but they've got a ton of money built up to try and deal with it. ChocoCheck, can they finally get themselves on the board? Let's see if they can stop Mythic.
Yeah, they need to. We saw 5-0 in the first map of the first game earlier, and we saw Triumph still come back to end up winning that map, so certainly not the end of the world here for ChocoCheck, but they do need to start coming alive. Flom, he should have heard the scope in there from Exotic. He should know that there's numbers here, and he's actually been spotted. CJ the King in a good position there, finds an easy kill. Flom with an AWP was, yeah, really looking to get super aggressive there, but it ends up costing him the fight.
And Mythic, we've seen them work from this man disadvantage. Not in a rifle round, though. That may be the opener the ChocoCheck need to contest into this game and get themselves on the board, because the minute 30 remaining, Mythic don't know what isn't safe. They don't know where they can and can't walk for free. And now Sluggy's going to try to pull some of that attention towards long with a molly coming up the car. Exotic is the one to hold on to that AWP that he brought into the round. And Jojo, well, he's coming in from middle. So he still look to try and crunch A. J-Dub's potentially just holding for a B play. And Jojo, yeah, okay, they backed up Catwalk a little bit, showing a little respect to the Mythic offense. Is now, again, they're going to look to turn head towards B. They are going back and forth in this round, but it looks like the final decider will be towards that B-bomb site with a good bit of util to exec onto it.
I actually like this decision a lot as well, considering they're a man down right now. Just the exec into the B-bomb side. If you can at least find the equal trade, you end up in like a 2 versus 3 kind of thing on the B-bomb side. Yeah, you actually back your odds in that situation, but they're going to have to exec through a fresh smoke. The Carsten's just dropped. He gets aggressive up close to the smoke as well. Goes flashbangs, being completely blind on the entry, and it's going to be Turismo who finishes it off. 2 kills apiece for both of the B defenders. ChocoCheck lock it down, and they get themselves on the board.
About time we see something come out from the boys on the defense. Double up, instantly invested alongside it as well. Carson off with a 2K, brings out the one-shot wonder weapon into the round. Actually drops it over to Turismo. Good little, team play action there. But ChocoCheck, this has to be the start to something. Because Mythic, if they shut this one down in reimbursement, man, it was almost like it's all for nothing.
Exactly. Back to square one at that point, right? So, let's see, ChocoCheck. You got the ball rolling? Or is it just a bit of a fake start? Numbers
Util comes out at long once again, which is pretty big here. Mythic, they have looked to contest once more on the rifle B rifle. Why? Again, looks like they're going to come out on top. Duel's being taken. CJ the King low through the smoke.
Wow.
So is Lex, but he's got Sluggy behind him to find the opener.
I don't know how I feel about that from CJ the King, to be honest. It kind of feels like at that point you don't really have the numbers to continue to contest long. Especially when you're there by yourself. You at least want a second player. Turismo now with the AWP resides behind Car. I believe there was a molly thrown there. They will definitely know his position now after he gets a double kill. Great work coming through from Turismo, putting that AWP to phenomenal use. And in fact, the molly's not going to be deep enough again. Oh, all the kills coming through here for ChocoCheck. Until, wow. Oh, and Flom can see another, but he just can't connect on the shot. It's so damn close.
J-Dub's now 1v2 on the cards, but Exotic shuts it down before things can really get kick-started. ChocoCheck, it's costly for them, but they still come away on top. Now Mythic have to take the save.
Yeah, finally, their economy's been broken, man. ChocoCheck stringing a couple rounds together, getting themselves on the board, and that was all courtesy of the AWP heroics coming out from the Car player. Great work there from Turismo. Mythic probably going to be kicking themselves a little bit that the first molly didn't go deep enough to force him out, and he gets a lot more than he ever should have. And we do see a timeout now called by the Mythic squad.
I'm glad they call this early before things start to get too far out of hand. ChocoCheck convert a couple of rifle rounds, hard fought, hard contested at both of them. Mythic, sure, it's not dire days yet. Obviously, you still got that 3-round lead. You're going into another full investment, it seems, where full investment in air quotations. It's actually a save steroids. A couple of AKs invested, 2 P250s and a Deagle. But I mean, I'm glad they're calling this now rather than, when things actually start to sway out of hand. Flom, I feel like he's the one talking in here, right? Maybe calling that one with all the experience he has.
Maybe Lex as well. I mean, Lex has obviously got so goddamn much experience, and he's worked at a really high level in professional Counter-Strike as well as like an analyst on the desk kind of thing. Worked at Flashpoint. So, yeah, he's got a lot of experience behind him that he's going to be bringing to this team as well. Probably the two of them that'll do majority of the talking in general, I think.
Well, I don't know how well this one's going to go. It's going to be a full-on B-rush, and the last time they attempted this, well, it was a field day for Carson and Turismo. I wonder if that's going to change around as the smokes come flying, and that one nade sways them away. Well, interesting.
I was just waiting for them to burst through a smoke, because I know how much you love seeing teams exec through smokes into bomb sites, into B bomb sites in particular. But now we're going to see a bit of a...
Yeah. Don't look confident in that.
Bit of a mid-split could end up coming through here, or actually, they're going to be making their way up shorts. I guess at this point, Mythic are just feeling it out, right? They're just saying, all right, well, how much control do we actually have? Like, how far forward are ChocoCheck on the defense? Exotic's got the AWP. He's the key in the round right now, isn't he? Just to make sure that Mythic aren't able to get too far forward. They've taken quite a lot of util damage and a bit of chip damage throughout the round. So, I do still expect ChocoCheck to lock this one down.
Yeah, Exotic's got the angle on Car as well. It may just be an absolute farm for him. Picking up the first on the op. They continue to give him these 1v1s in the cross. That's his second pick to park. Going a little bit low. Carson trying to save him, but J-Dub's AK is going to be too fatal to stop at 2v4. Still a plant to come in. Potential post plant on the cards as J-Dub picks up another headshot alongside Lex. This is a 2v2 that's made look doable out of nowhere. This was technically a save, man. They're taking it the distance. They may even be taking it to a round win as it's all up to Turismo. Lex almost single-handedly wins it for Mythic. J-Dubs and him with a dynamic duo to pick up 6.
Man, oh man, Lex rolling back the years there. Sick post plant coming through from himself and J-Dubs. They lock it down for Mythic, and those were the two hero AK players, if I'm not mistaken, coming into the round. And they're the two ones to do most of the heavy lifting as well. And have a look at how that affects ChocoCheck's situation, mates. They have to invest every bit of cash that they've got, and they're barely even able to muster together a decent buy. So, yeah, this is less than ideal. Mythic, they put some serious pressure back onto ChocoCheck after that one.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. They're going to reinvest, though, hoping that they can make something click here. At 1 M4, a scout, op, 2 MP9s. Not too much to work with, but maybe Exotic can put the team on his back in this one.
I mean, he has looked pretty good with the AWP so far. He's the top fragger in the team, so I certainly wouldn't discount it. He's got that AWP now on towards the A-bomb side. He's been boosted up elevator. Mythic, I really like how simple they're keeping things right now. Just working their way up long. They're going to be egg-checking forward. Let's see what Exotic can do with that AWP. He's good for the first kill, but these players continue to rampage forward. No flashes. There comes a flash now to force him back, and actually he will end up losing his life out to Flom, who isn't done just yet carrying the round either. Carson behind the smoke does not have any cover to work with. And most of the frags is coming through here for Mythic. It's only one player left remaining. It's the B-Rose Hater and Turismo. So Mythic just having their way with ChocoCheck right now, man.
Maybe if he can find this kill, things can maybe get back into hand. An AK to be retrieved. And yeah, I mean, as you said, ChocoCheck, it doesn't go the way they hoped whatsoever. I mean, they just sprint down to the A-bomb site pretty much uncontested. Honestly, that looked spot on to me. I thought Turismo had a headshot there, but nonetheless, it's Mythic taking 7. That 5-round gap, still a thing that came in from the start of the game. ChocoCheck, it looks like all the work they put into it, well, it's gone. We're back to square one.
Yeah. Gonna have to take an eco here. Maybe try something out of the ordinary to catch Mythic off guard. At this point, Mythic are gonna just try and keep numbers alive, right? They want to just try and build up that buff. Got a bit nervous for a second there. Flom with the AWP. Well, he does leg Jazz pimp down. Numbers towards mid here for ChocoCheck. This is almost the exact same strat they pulled off in the pistol round. 3 towards mid, 1 on each side. But yeah, look at Mythic again, just contacting out long. This is their stock standard right now, and they've been winning it out quite consistently. And for me, that should always be like your first go-to protocol on the T side of Dust2. It's like, are we going to be winning long control here? Like, can we force the CTs to almost give long control up from spawn?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but this isn't necessarily the round that's going to mean too much for ChocoCheck. Sure, it's just the pistols that the scout invested. Sluggy finds 2 through the door. Actually kind of rare, especially with how little damage the AK can do through it. Sluggy spins around, a little shaky, but still able to capitalize on the third. But for ChocoCheck, I mean, the objective here at this point, it's just going to be to deny that long control, right? Because that's really what a majority of the rounds have come from off of Mythic. Even in these 4v5s, they go for these late contacts out long and just pretty much hit A almost uncontested.
And Thran, I'm going to use this opportunity to quickly retry the server because a lot of these gun models are bugging out for me at the moment. I'm not sure if it's the same for you, so just going to reconnect because these ghost guns, they freak me out, man. So, yeah, let's see if the retry or the reconnect to the server is going to help fix some of those view models. I'm not playing Quake here. But,
I mean,
and obviously not, by the way.
Like it was.
Obviously not. Just switch to a holding screen, so we back.
I just had to make sure, you know.
No. This is not my first rodeo, Anthran, and it's certainly not ChocoCheck. They need to start getting a couple rounds back on the board here. We're going to be seeing this fight coming through towards long once again. Oh my god, the smoke to extinguish the fire. It's actually Jojo to find the first kill. There's another player in pit here. CJ the King trying to lock it down. He's got support here from Exotic as well. They have to win these gunfights out. Exotic's actually found a kill, but he's still going to be backing off. Lex is boosted up, can't find the shots. And finally, ChocoCheck will actually take the advantage in the fight towards long.
Not done just yet, though, as CJ the King has 1 bullet potentially to him being taken down. J-Dubs look to continue to contest this fight. Well, 1v1s are kind of given across the board here right now. Exotic, though, I mean, reasonably so on the AWP. Actually, no, okay. I was a little worried for the setups here from ChocoCheck, and I still am, especially with these kills coming to rain in the later portions of the round. Exotic, he's got to put the team on his back with the op, finds one, gets a second, the jiggle can't do it. Bombs P250, nothing to say. Sit him down, ChocoCheck, get 3.
Wow, what a massive play coming through there from Exotic, and they needed that so goddamn badly as well. Stands up with the AWP, great decision making there as well. Recognizes he has a gap to take the fight towards short, gets the kill, pivots 90 degrees, takes the fight towards long as well, finds that initial shot. I have no idea how he finds the 4th kill in that position as well. And in the end, it's going to be another round for ChocoCheck, but still some work to be done here on the CT side, Ant.
Yeah, again, I mean, we saw ChocoCheck do this once. They didn't find any momentum off of it. Maybe they can change that around now, but I'm not too certain as JoJo's already made his way all the way up catwalk. This time wins the aim duel. Exotic Sop has nothing to say in this one.
Yeah.
5v4. And ChocoCheck, sure, they've got long, but they're down a man. They don't have control of the bomb site, and they don't have loot. Well, okay, I'll scrap that, because they do have an okay amount of utility, but now it's pretty much nothing more than flashbangs as Lek continues to dispatch these ChocoCheck members. 5v3, they're getting picked off one by one by one-man Sluggy. Gonna take care of Turismo here shortly. Jazzpimp brings one back, but it's a participation trophy at this point. ChocoCheck, they fall victim to the repeated success of Mythic.
Oh my god, I mean, Mythic, they're not missing a beat right now. I'm just loving their approach. I'm loving, they've almost got like a spring in their step, a bit of swag behind them right now. The way JoJo just gets super aggressive up short there with his team. He wins the gunfight with Exotic, and I mean, it almost feels like the round is over, right? Like, as he finds that opening pick, Mythic just got so much control off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, like, ChocoCheck at this point, I don't even know what they have to try and do to counter Mythic. Like, they've come at some of these rounds where they're able to convert these long duels, where they're able to come out on top in 4v3s, 5v4s. But Mythic, their reimbursements, their responses, they're just so good. And ChocoCheck are too late to the punch to try and counter it. Turismo looks like he may get a little adventurous towards B. No, he's just going to be one-man posted up on the car angle with Jazzpimp in on the assistance from middle with the scout. But Mythic, I mean, again, it should be another one of these where there's not too much to stop them.
Well, at least ChocoCheck were able to repel them from long. And so that's something. Yes, it's an eco round from the CT side, so it's still going to be really tough to make anything happen. And Mythic's protocol is, well, we've lost long, so we go short. I feel like this has been found out before on Dust2, right, Anthran? Like, this strategy, lose long, go short, lose short, go long. It's almost like this map's been played before or something, bro.
It's almost like I can count all the strats you can do on this map with one hand. Like,
you know what else you can do with one hand?
Innovative map, guys. What? Oh, what days? I'm listening.
You can hold a mouse with one hand, Anthran.
That's true. You can hold a mouse. You can eat a burger.
Yes.
You can hold a deagle. I mean, you can hold deagle in this game, though. People usually prefer to have both hands on the weapon, so.
That's true. You want to just try and, like, control the kickback a little bit? I think you could. Yep. Could you, like, I know nobody else could, but could you Anthran AWP with one hand?
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be too hard. I mean, like, I'm that type of person that would bring out, like, 2 ops, one for each hand, right? So,
Akimbo?
Like, so
okay,
when I peek long and I take that first shot, they have that false sense of security that there's, you know, that
so
they
tries
have
to
some
trade.
time to get out.
Yeah.
Nope. Second op right there.
Wow. So you double AWP as a single AWPer, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I bring immense value to any team.
Okay, there we go. You heard it here first, guys. Gonna see the aggression coming through towards long once again. This is gonna be the life and death of the round, depending on how this fight ends up playing out. One player been able to get across, but not before Lex can take him down. And off the back of that, he's gonna be repelling the remaining CTs. At least a nade kill does come through for CJ, just to keep the numbers even.
Still, though, once again, Mythic are going to come out on top with a whole lot of information and a whole lot of map control to work with, because ChocoCheck put all of their eggs into the basket of taking long and hoping that works. But now, playing these passive site defenses, Turismo, you can see, I mean, he's just every round, it seems like he's toying with that idea of potentially going into the B tunnels, getting info for Mythic. I mean, thankfully for the ChocoCheck defense right now, he's not going to do that because he'd just be walking into the AK of J-Dub. So there are some opportunities where that honestly could make a difference.
I agree with you. I think especially with Mythic, like, playing such a heavy long presence, like every single round kind of thing, maybe you push up with 2 players because you know there's a good chance there's a lurk, and you just either go for a flash play or you double peek together. You want to get a little bit of innovative, right? Like, there we go. The push does come through, but J-Dubs actually finds the timing and he gets the kill. So that just means there's no more info here for the CT side. Like, Mythic actually have a really nice position right now. The fake is going to be coming through from J-Dubs. He's pulling all the rotations. He should actually get flanked out here, so he'll still lose his life to Carson, but he's already done a really good job in terms of putting those rotations across.
Yeah, that was actually genius. And as soon as J-Dub spots out that the flank comes in, he just tells his boys at long to accelerate. They know that that's not the B player. They know that at the maximum, there's only one on A, so they like those odds and they take him. Now with 18 seconds to go, the retake underway. And off two M4s to try and get back into it. The run boost catches Lex. Flom, good on the trade. 2 for 2. They still need to find more. A smoke comes back, bounces in their faces on Catwalk. Jojo thankfully finds that frag, and now it's Turismo. The B rotator, 1v2 Flom. His signature P250 dancing around the boxes, and he's gonna find the frag. Mythic on 11.
Man, that's really nice decision making there between Jojo and Flom. You notice how Flom doesn't just immediately commit to swinging out and taking the fight. He just buys an extra second there for Jojo to join him. They step the same side of the box. The double peek comes through. There's no chance for the remaining ChocoCheck player, and Mythic continue to dominate proceedings here on Dust2. We're seeing exactly why they picked they picked this map here as well. Look at the kill distribution on Mythic, by the way. Like, everyone's between 10 and 15 frags. Most people are between 10 and 11. Flom, well, he finds the opening pick at the board here, or the round rather, while we're checking the scoreboard out. And it's just, yeah, shifting things from bad to worse here for ChocoCheck. J-Dubs finds CJ. And this half is over. Anthran, I mean, 12-3. This is a super dominant first half coming through from Mythic, man.
Yeah, I mean, I did expect Mythic to take this map. I said coming into this, at least in my eyes, they look to be the stronger unit, but
yeah, you did say so.
This is not what I expected, man. Jojo, he's going to put the final nail in the coffin to this half, and it's all up to Carson coming in from the B-bomb site. Maybe a kill for him, but I don't know how much further he'll be able to get into it. No kit, no util, 73 HP. Like, look, man, this would put that 1v4 from Snacks, like, it'd make it look like it was a Playmate in silver matchmaking, but sprinting in toward the long house, Sluggy gonna take care of him and lock in 12 for Mythic, who have a 9-round gap going to their defense. Yeah,
that's it's gonna be so tough for ChocoCheck to try and come back from this, man. All right, well, 12-3. Mythic get themselves in a commanding position, and I mean, at this point, the pistol round is literally everything for ChocoCheck here if they're gonna be able to stand a chance and fight back on Dust2.
100%.
So let's see how it's going to end up playing out. This is Mythic's map, as I've iterated a couple times. The next map is Mirage. But, I mean, based on what we've seen here from Mythic, I mean, I still expect them to be competitive on Mirage as well, right? It's not like it's a foregone conclusion that Mythic win here, ChocoCheck win Mirage, and we go to map 3. Like, it's still going to be a contest, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Not gonna lie to you, Chief. I feel like this one may be under wraps. I mean, like, Mythic, they have a pretty strong Mirage. It's not hidden, right? It's one of their better maps. Mythic, they're very good on these puggy maps. I mean, they bring a lot of coordination to it as well. I don't want to make it sound like Mythic are good because they're like, you know, they're a puggy team on puggy maps. It's just like, when you are building a roster with new players, it's like starting out on those maps like your Dust2s, your Mirages, those maps that you can have the ability to pug out. And building from there, building the teamwork can really benefit you in the long run. And I mean, Mythic, for them, I feel like Mirage is usually one of their first go-to maps. So, you know, it's nothing that is going to be easy for ChocoCheck.
I also do like what you say there about, like, Mythic having that layer or that element of structure to the team, even though they do play kind of loose. And let's just think about the T side we just saw out of them. It was either take long from spawn, get long, exec A, or commit to long, not get long, go short, exec A, and just have, like, Jojo or J-Dub sort of lurking on the opposite side of the map, having an impact there, pulling rotations and being a bit of a nuisance. But that was almost as simple as it was from Mythic through that entire first half. Nothing too complicated at all, which just shows you as well, right? Like, you don't have to have the most, like... Yeah, I know, right? So, I mean, I'm not too sure, but it just goes to show that you don't need to have the most in-depth tactics to be successful, right? Like, that little bit of structure can actually go a long way.
Yeah, and especially with some of the veterans that they have on the roster, it's just... I don't know. Like, this is pretty damn dominant from Mythic. Like, this is a Mythic that looks like they could contend to get one of those 2 spots and head into the main event for DreamHack. And, I mean, like, to be, that may be like a hard read. I heard the ooh come in there like, oh, that was a hot take, but I don't think I'm the only one that believes that at this point. Like, sure, ChocoCheck, maybe not the pinnacle of competition in this event. In fact, I believe they're actually one of the lower rated ones. In fact, the lowest rated, I'm pretty sure. But that's still no excuse, right? Mythic are absolutely stomping them right now.
Yeah, it's true. It's looking way too easy for Mythic. Just, you know, following on the point that you made there, of course, this is the DreamHack Open September 2021 North American Closed Qualifier. 2 spots in the main event to join the likes of Extra Salt, Bad News Bears, Godsend, Pain. We got 8 teams here competing for those 2 spots, and we're back into the map here. Second half underway. ChocoCheck. Well, they have to win this pistol round if they're going to stand any chance. And Brandon, well, Jojo, he's tapped down Turismo. There's aggression in towards tunnels as well. Look at how far they're taking this right now. Jazzpump is getting all these audio cues. Flom's going to jump straight out. At least Jazzpump's able to take him down. Sluggy, does he fall prey here as well? Absolutely not. Trade comes through, and it's an advantage for the Mythic squad.
Exotic's AFK.
Oh.
But this is happening. They didn't get the timeout off in time.
Oh, you hate to see it, right?
Like this is locked in. This is a 1 versus 4.
And you
Exotic is gonna come back from his bathroom break and say, "What the hell happened?"
And the problem is that that first kill came through so soon that like there wasn't even an opportunity for ChocoCheck to call not live, right? Like that first kill from J-Dubs with the P2000, or was it Sluggy? Either way, that first frag came through in the first few seconds of the round, so wasn't even an opportunity for ChocoCheck to react there and call for the timeout. Oh god. Well, sometimes it do be like that. 13-3. And now there will be a pause for Exotic, but some might say it's too late.
That's a tech pause. That ain't a tack pause. You know, you give your teammate like 30, 60 seconds to actually finish up, maybe getting yelled at by his mom, telling him to get off the computer. But like, I mean, Exotic, he's been sitting in T-spawn, just having the time of his life here in Morocco for, you know, at least 4 minutes now on Dust2.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, it's so unfortunate as well, right? Considering how we've just been, like, hyping up the pistol round and talking about how important that pistol round was for ChocoCheck. So, the fact that their heaviest hitter doesn't even, he doesn't even, you know, start off in the round at all. It's a bit unfortunate. I mean, these Mythic lads are looking hella dialed in right now. I'd say all 5 of them have actually looked seriously good already here in this first map.
I'm just waiting to see if we can get word. Ha! It is their parents. Exotic's dad. They say emergency.
Well, hopefully, I hope everything's okay, man.
I hope I didn't just laugh at something like grim. I hope he was just, you know, maybe getting yelled at a little bit by his dad. Like, come on.
Yeah, guys, Antron hears emergency, and he's like, hell yeah. That's an old giggle.
Look, man, it wouldn't be the first time we saw one of the players' parents walk into their room during, like, an official match.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it happened to Spongy on Bad News Bears, right? You remember, you know, have you ever seen that clip where he's just playing an official and his dad walks in with some food, like, hey!
I mean, you gotta appreciate the support. We're back into the game here, though, so all must be well. 13-3. Exotic says, guys, next time, rather don't unpause while I'm not here. And now they have to try and make a ridiculously tough comeback happen, Ant, and they're going to go straight into the force buy, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate how that pans out, though I don't know if the pistol would have changed around too much. I mean, it was dominant regardless. Mythic survived that with 4 players standing. True. Sick little smoke coming out towards the long house, but Arson, sick little deke shot to open up the round. So far, making the force buy look like it's in their favor.
Yeah, that's a nice way for them to start off proceedings here. What's the response afterwards? Looks like they're going to be putting numbers in towards mid. Flom's here by himself right now, aggressively poised on the opposite side of the smoke. Oh, he catches a vehicle shot there. Oh, it's actually a team tag coming through. Man, oh man, Flom realizes that he's probably better off getting out of there. Actually, good opportunity here for ChocoCheck.
I love this just 3-man pain train they have walking up middle right now. They're like, both of the scouts for a good 20 seconds were just crouch walking up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Looks like they're gonna go back to long here, actually.
This is what Mythic want, though. Like, they're playing these long-range angles for this reason. J-Dub's close at the long house, and as soon as he takes contact, the AUG of JoJo won't be too far away to try and respond. And P9 looking to find the opener, though. CJ to King shows why he's got that in his name. Puts the crown on his head, looking for more. Wow. Jaspim's going to be the one to find it, man. 5v2. Mythic can't convert off of the pistol round win. It's a 2v5. Like, how do they get back into this? Lex on an MP7. Flom on an MP9. Maybe they find some damage through the smoke, but, like, this one's done. They don't even have kits. Well, actually, no, Lex just picked one up, but still.
Yeah, they're just going to commit to taking these SMGs into the next round, and ChocoCheck, will they make the force spy look easy? They don't even lose a single player here, man. All off the back of that first 6 shot that comes through from Carson. I mean, the CT side of Dust2 is so damn tough when you lose that pick early in the round, because where do you even position your numbers at that point? You know, how do you set up the defense? Lex at least going to be able to get a kill back. At this point, he's just trying to do some economic damage. You can see, you know, Lex is one of the seasoned players. The fact that he still uses the MP7, I don't know if it shows, you know, culture or a lack of culture, because he doesn't use the MP9. Putting it to good display right now, though. He's actually got these players pretty low. He's going to find another. He can even take down Turismo as well. He's going to contend. He's a smart man, man. He knows when to quit when he's up.
Lex could be a big benefactor here from Mythic. They're going to have to take the force buy coming into it. I mean, $1,500 about per player. This is a full investment from them, but, I mean, Lex, I feel like he's just going to keep his MP9. I mean, he doesn't have to invest too much into it. Look to farm up some more cash on the lonely SMG. See if the pistols can try to work their magic. I mean, ChocoCheck did it, so I'm sure Mythic might be able to put up a fight here, too. Nate comes into the long house. Damage dealt, but the frag is going to start off going the way of ChocoCheck. Add to it as Exotic picks up another headshot, and so far, it's going to be all ChocoCheck sided kills. J-Dubs picks one up, but once again, 1v4 for the MP7.
Yeah, man, classic, as this game has been in the first half and in the second, apparently. Whoever just wins that commitment towards long, as is the case on Dust2 in general, I suppose, just ends up winning the round over in like the first 10 or 15 seconds, right? So that force buy literally accomplishes nothing. And Lex says, well, I'll maybe just try and farm a bit of extra cash here once again. Find some extra kills. ChocoCheck probably also going to be sort of in that mindset of, damn it, if only we weren't so far gone right now. Lex should get traded, at least he gets a kill. But I mean, you know, when we're seeing these rounds coming out of ChocoCheck, super, like, looking really clean, right? Like, but it's 13-5, which is a bit of a problem. So much work to be done here on this T side.
I will say, though, if there's any team that can make this one happen, and on any map of in the pool, I feel like the stars could align for this one, right? It is a big difference. 8 rounds, Mythic. They will have to forfeit 1 more, so it's not like it's going to be completely all said and done here. We may see ChocoCheck put up a fight in the end, but yeah, as you said, I mean, you and I have seen so many of these games where it's like teams come away with these huge starts to games like 12-3, then they win the pistol. But, like, sure, you can mount a comeback, but it's just like, it's almost humanly impossible. When you leave yourself little to no room for errors, you can have an absolutely stellar half. Hell, they could come out winning this half, right? Maybe like 9-4 in their favor, though Mythic would still come out with the win.
Oh, wait, Antran. This was the full eco. Should still be Turismo to find that kill. Yes, he does indeed. And now the USP, what on earth is going on?
Damage.
Yeah, so much damage. Not only that, but Sluggy's found Turismo. The remaining 2 players have been found out here. Then Mythic know exactly what's going on. They're going to be putting numbers on the safe side. Sluggy's got the AK to work with as well. He's desperately rotating in position. ChocoCheck, they think they're being flanked as well, so they don't even think it's an option to actually go back towards long. Oh my god, Sluggy's got a gap in the smoke. It's fallen apart here for ChocoCheck. They're going to lose the round. Sluggy finishes it with a triple. He's picked up 20 in the map so far. And that right there, probably the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, the white flag may have been raised upon that one. Now we see ChocoCheck going up for the full investment. The only issue is 2 deagles is what they've got to work with alongside an AK. Actually make that 2 as Carson with his money is going to be able to invest 1. Util low. Jaspim has like a little. So here's what ChocoCheck have, right? 2 AKs, a Galil, 2 deagles. You're like, okay, no, not too bad. We've seen him in rounds on less. 2 flashes and 2 smokes left in their arsenal. They all come flying out long, but Sluggy, completely blind, dispatches of one of those $2,700 rifles.
Oh,
but he
no.
comes to Rizmo. No,
Oh,
ripped
no.
straight. The one chance ChocoCheck could have had to bring this one back. It's ripped by the wayside. Mythic look to try and put the nail in the coffin. They want to finish this one out now. All players for ChocoCheck currently lined up at long. Maybe a feeding frenzy here for JoJo's AWP. This is a shot back, though, so Turismo able to clap back, pick one back up in ChocoCheck's favor. The Sluggy's AK looks to be superior to it.
Still a man advantage up for Mythic to work with, but it does look like ChocoCheck have done enough to at least get towards the bomb site here. In fact, it doesn't even look like Mythic are completely convinced it is going to be that A hit that ends up coming through here. So maybe still a way for ChocoCheck to try and make this round work. How do they approach the situation is the question. Bomb plant's going to come through, so that will give the Q away. And now retake's going to be in motion. Got the kits to work with. They got 3 smokes, so many flashbangs, everything that they need right now.
This is going to be interesting, right? Because they don't have any, like, Molotovs or nades to clear out these angles on the site. It's going to have to come down to well-placed flashbangs and well-put smokes. And so far, they're not well-placing their players. Exotic picks up a 3 kill on a J-Dub. Splash goes back.
God.
And out in comes the stomp from ChocoCheck with 3 players left standing. They went around. It looked like it was going to be no business going in there. Utility belts, rather just their belts in general. It's walking away with a 6. Not too shabby, though still down by 8 rounds. 10 to win, 9 to force overtime. This is still looking grim.
It is, but at least they're able to make that round work. I mean, Mythic, they dropped the ball, man. They had everything going for them, but I just feel like they end up doubting themselves way too soon. Like, they had a lot of information there that ChocoCheck were towards long. And I think actually in that sort of a case, it's actually better to commit to the defense and then retake B if that's what needs to happen, instead of actually just, like, dispersing on a hunch, you know? So, yeah, we're probably going to see Mythic go for an eco. Sluggy could drop some pistols, yeah, might even force up, considering it's 14-6 and they got a pretty small amount of round loss bonus behind them. But ChocoCheck, they live to see another day, man.
I guess, Mythic aren't technically out of the woods just yet. They're going to be going for the full investment, though, after Flom buys up and off. Okay, this is a interesting turn of events, I feel, but let's see if he can reign his experience over the ChocoCheck offense. So far, the answer is no. He takes a pop shot in, but the jump from these players is gonna make it pretty much useless. JoJo getting spammed through the smoke. It's a full long take from ChocoCheck. All their eggs put into this basket, and it honestly might work out well for them, because right now, Mythic, the only player on the A bomb site is Flom. But, you know, as I say that, he's going to pick up a quick headshot, maybe looking for more. So he looks to go for another walk behind the boxes. Jazz Pimp going to take him down. Damage control, and that's huge for the side of ChocoCheck.
I get that Flom's trying to force the issue because he's the only player with the big gun to work with, but I don't think that was actually the play. Anyway, at least the orb's been retrieved. Sluggy's found a frag as well. What can JoJo do with the big green gun here up close right now? He's got numbers coming forward. Flashbang comes through over the top. JoJo finds a kill. Man advantage persists until CJ. Oh my god. He finds all of them. 3 kills. Man advantage picked up here. And ChocoCheck somehow again have bailed themselves out of an awkward position.
I really thought we were going to see another eco round converted by the side of Mythic. But okay, it was still uncontested there for a second, though. Jazz Pimp looks to shut it down on the AWP. That's a big round to convert if you're ChocoCheck. Now, you're looking to go against an eco and, you know, one more rifle round win. And, I mean, you can make this scoreline look like it was pretty close. 16-10 at the very worst past that point. Still, a lot has to happen for that to be the case. But, I mean, props to ChocoCheck, who looked to put up some fights in this one.
Uh-huh. Still keeping themselves alive on Dust2. And, well, I mean, they should be reducing the deficit to 6 rounds, yeah. 4 USPs, a P2K, and 2 HE grenades. And, yeah, you can understand why Mythic have gone towards long, considering ChocoCheck have been so aggressive towards long throughout this half so far.
A lot of room being given to Mythic at long, as you spoke of. JoJo spots out absolutely nobody, but maybe getting a little too adventurous as CJ to King's ready for that push to come in on the flank 5v4, and they're going to continue their onslaught towards B with 3 players for Mythic sitting in CT spawn, waiting out these smokes, and as soon as they fade, they may be in for a world of hurt. 2 players spamming shots through the smoke, and ChocoCheck, well, it looks like they're going to back up off it as the smoke starts to fade. Maybe just going to get ready to take these aim duels, though. Exotic's got one to refresh. Molly gets dunked even deeper in. Flashbang to really just seal the deal in there, and Lemex comes jumping through it. Jasmine finds the frag. Sluggy getting spammed down. Dredums finds a kill. It's under chaos in CT spawn, but ChocoCheck come out Oh, pretty good for Ware, only dropping one player, and the remainder of this CT side, well, they're all tagged up very low, though. Flom makes one work on the USP, some damage done, but he'll be limited in this one. It's all up to Sluggy in the 1 versus 3.
He could also find a kill here as well, you know. Oh my god, I thought for a second he picks up Exotic, gets the AWP, and he could actually win out the 1v3 with only a USP, but it's not going to be the case. Mythic will at least have enough cash to invest here once again, but ChocoCheck, at least they're just putting up a bit of a fight here, and they're sort of just building up their confidence a little bit as well, heading into the next map of the series. It's not like it was a complete blowout here on Dust2. At least they were able to have a bit of an impact on the T side kind of thing. At the bare minimum, right? Like, they could continue to fight back here and maybe stand a chance to start to make Mythic sweat a bit.
Yeah, because it's not sitting comfy anymore, right? ChocoCheck, they've demanded some forms of respect, even though a couple of these rifle rounds, a couple of these anti-egos haven't gone their way. They look to start to pound the rock to bring this one back ever so much closer. J-Dubs, though, he's had enough of this little comeback. They've gotten him out. Jazzpimp instantly dispatched upon in the round. And it looks like we may have Flom looking to get another kill in from CT spawn. CJ to King playing around this smoke pretty damn well. Walking above it. Flom spots the head. That may be a kill back for him in Mythic. Another added to the tally is it's a 5 versus 3 retake. This time they do have nades and go to try and clear out some of these angles. Flashbang goes over as 3 of them look to come sprinting in, soon to be assisted by the 4th and Lex. Tags, information, frags, can they be found? Actually, Carson hits a nice 1D to keep things sort of respected, but wait, actually, I'm not even going to say but in this one. They're all going to come running in. Turismo picks up 2. Oh, my lord. How is this turn so fatal? Is it planted for long? No, looks like it is. The missed shot. He's got to walk up the kid. It's going for the full defuse, though. Exotic's going to shut it down. A 9th on the board for ChocoCheck. And I'm pretty sure there was a statistic done in that 14-9 is probably one of the most comebackable score lines in Counter-Strike. So that's something to keep in mind.
Man, I mean, Mythic dropped the ball again on another retake. That's the second retake where they've had a man advantage, but they haven't actually been able to get the round in their favor. So that's actually pretty disastrous for them. It just seems like they took a little bit long to actually commit in the end there. After Flom finds that initial pick, they've got so much going for them, but that little bit of hesitancy actually cost them everything. Big nade there. Flom finds a kill with the scouts as well. Oh my god, surely not like this. What on earth is happening, Antran? It's all falling apart. After the Heroics in the previous, now it's down to a 5 versus 2. Turismo gets one back, but he has to continue to frag out. He's lost his teammate. It's gonna have to be the ace clutch, but it's not gonna happen. Flom with the scout. He indeed gets the ace. That's just ridiculous.
Like, why is it when I say the comeback is actually a thing that Mythic just say, you know what, let's just make him look stupid and start to close this one out? But like, Flom, what the hell was that, man? I mean,
what a nade, first off, to give him those one-shot players with the scout, right? Like, it turned his gun into an AWP, essentially.
It was also the Deagle on B to help him out. I mean, yeah, as you said, turns into an AWP, like...
Oh, God. And I mean, if you're ChocoCheck, like you say, and you're starting to make the comeback happen, and that's how you lose a round, you rush B, and you get shut down in that fashion. Now we see them committing towards long. There's an AWP for Jojo. He gets another. Surely not anymore. Finally, they put him to death. Double kill does come through. CJ and Jazz King, the 2 players, or Jazz Pimp, are the 2 players, but the flashbang, it blinds up CJ. Flom gets the kill, and now we're going to have to see the clutch coming through. If there's going to be any chance here for ChocoCheck to keep themselves alive on Dust2. Jazz Pimp, what you got?
Got a smoke, but that's going to be used up fairly shortly. Flom still sits behind the smoke, ready and waiting for this T-sided push to come in. Now looks to play around at Jazzpimp. He's trying to isolate these 1v1s. Mythic, they know they can't give them over. They know they have to play this one smart and take their time with it. Wait for Jazzpimp to make the first move. It's a game of chess here in this round. I believe Flom spotted him out, still coming up on the long wall, but does he opt to change his course of approach? It looks like the answer is no. Tagged up, now picks up an AK, distracts of the AWP. And, you know, maybe the AK is what he needs to win it, though. I don't know, man. The bomb gonna go down, tapping it. Mythic still aren't giving him anything. This is so disciplined from them. They're just regrouping in CT spawn. Flom jiggling up now. They're weary of what Jazzpimp is doing. Actually gonna punch in the numbers. Just 30 seconds remains on the clock. It'll start to tick in T favoritism. Flom spots out the head. Jazzpimp picks it up though. 1v1. Looking the wrong way. He expects him to be coming from catwalk. No. Maybe even from the flank. Dancing around the site, making so much noise. Jazzpimp knows none the wiser. Lex shuts it down. The dream is denied. ChocoCheck. They put up a good fight in the end, but Mythic come out on top.
Lex even wants to make them wait a little bit longer, man. That was the cool, calm, composed, experienced head of Lex coming through in the clutch much. Just walking up, maintaining his calmness, even though things were, you know, getting a little bit chaotic with the player running around. But in the end, Mythic will pick up the map 16-9. They take the 1-0 lead here in the series as well, Anthran, and that means they'll be taking a bunch of confidence into Mirage as well. Bit of a fight back there from ChocoCheck on the T side, so we certainly shouldn't be discounting their chances in the second map of